Bonjour French 2. Okay, today I want to talk to you a little bit about where you should be at and what you should be working on in the lesson over today, maybe yesterday, today, tomorrow. So we really need to be nailing this down, and that is getting the recipe done, edited, and simplified so that it's simple French. And I want to show you some examples of what you need to be doing today. So I'm going to share with you first PowerSchool page. So obviously G1 and G2, V1, you're all working at slightly different paces, but you should all be up to the point where you've chosen your recipe, you've simplified or simplifying the English. It should be simplified by now, and you should have already started to translate that recipe, if not have finished the translation. So I'm going to show you some finished work so that you see what it should be like right now, okay? Not all of it's perfect, but you needed to have submitted the draft recipe translation so that I can give you feedback so you can use that. All right, so let's have a look at this student right here. You see the English part of the recipe first, and this is the simplified version. What would be even better actually would be to have the title here. A lot of you are submitting it without the title. You're presuming I know what that is. And I'm very intelligent, but your recipes, if you pick up a recipe off a bookshelf or you're Pinteresting, it tells you what it is. So you need to have the title up there. Ingredients list, and then the directions. You can send me the original that you took plus your simplified version, or this student just showed me their simplified version. Okay, so everything, it doesn't even say large eggs, it just says eggs. It doesn't say what type of milk, it just says milk. It doesn't say what type of flour, just flour. Some salt. So if it says a pinch of salt and you don't know how to say pinch, just say some, because that's something that you know how to say. And then we have a very simple recipe here, though. I've gone ahead and even indicated to the student, you could even cut out start to, just put add the crepe to the pan, okay? And then below, this is the translation. So nice and clear, simple. Using everything we've done in class, everything we've been learning. Even things like premier et puis, ensuite, you learned all of those in semester 1, then do this, next do that. So use that knowledge as well if you feel capable, okay? And then I am going to give you some editing advice as well. So anything that's squiggly underlined like this is a spelling. Just something that you can work on, and if you're not sure how to make that change, then speak to me in class. I'm going to be speaking with this student. And then circled words which are there is a word there, it's not quite the correct word choice, and actually below this I've given the student some other options. So if you once you've turned in your feedback to people that have once you've turned in your draft, sorry, I will give you feedback and I'll be as clear as possible to tell you how to make those changes, okay? This is another student, or two pair of students, and you actually see that they use the template that I provided. So they're just missing the title of what it is that they're making. So again, put that. Here they have the list, and they've used some de l'eau, de la vanille. This one needs to change. So I've just indicated and I've told them up here how they can make that change. And then they've used the directions like this and line by line, which looks really nice and really clear. Look how simple and how short this is. Some of you are submitting things which are so long, so lengthy, you're going to really struggle to say it and to make these recipes. This one is really good. Okay, these two that I'm showing you so far are really good. Okay, again, a great recipe. They have the English instructions right up here, so I know what they were trying to say, what the original recipe is, but actually the student has simplified the recipe. Then they've put their French translation. So I can see that a lot of these words are very simple. They've had to look up maybe one or two things, but The rest should be simple things that we've been using in class, and so it will look like a lot of repetition as you take, add this, add this, add this. That is okay, as long as it's appropriate, that's okay. There was an error right here, so I've given the student, this is what would be better to say, that's not appropriate for the context. But it made me chuckle, so that's okay. And then I've made another little change here, and then above I've given the student some more advice. So this, if you're not sure where yours should be at, this is where you all should have been at by now. Okay, so make sure that you have done this. The one thing that you can see this student doesn't have is the title and the ingredients list. They've just got straight away the directions. So that's not, that's okay. That's something, it's better than nothing, and it's done very well, but it's not the full recipe, so it's incomplete. So again, because I'm able to give the student feedback, they can go back, and the next time they submit it for the final, it should have those changes and they will get a better grade. I want to give you feedback so you can get the best grade possible. So you need to bear these things in mind. You need to keep track of where we're at, when the submission deadline is. This is due for everybody next week. So once you're done with the recipe, writing the script will be pretty simple from that, and then you're going to make it and record it, and so you need to plan in time for that. You can do that at your do that on one of your at-home days, but you need to make sure that you set that time aside, that you have all your ingredients, that you're ready to go, you got somebody to record you, etc. Because there's no time for delays and extensions and that kind of thing, because I'll be gone on maternity leave. So you need to make sure that it's done by the end of next week. Okay. As ever, come drop in on a Zoom if you are fully virtual, or leave me an email, send me an email, and I'll reply to you if you need further support on this. Over.